quit school because she suffered from dyslexia, but now Daniella is a successful businesswoman selling her specialist cakes to a growing list, from restaurateur Luke Mangan to cruise line P&O, and she is with us on the couch this morning. She brought in a few gorgeous cakes as well. Daniella. It's so interesting you say, because when I read your story, Richard Branson, very successful, has dyslexia. James Packer has dyslexia. Tom Cruise, really successful people. And you've actually said that it was the best thing that happened to you almost. Why is that?
Absolutely. It gave me a drive 10 times more than I would have had. If I could read and write, I think I would have been quite lazy and just kind of gone with the flow and done whatever. But instead I was like, no, I'm going to prove everyone wrong here. And I know everyone can read and write, but I think I've got something. And I just got to find it.
Do. I mean, those cakes look so beautiful. But how did you go at school, though, in those early days? It must have been hard.
Yeah, I think school was terribly hard. Blessed that I went to Holy Spirit College in Lakemba, and I had Mr. Velomoski, Mr. Mondon, took a really kind approach with me.
And they were your teachers,
They were my
obviously.
teachers, and they would spend nights recording books, so novels, on tape for me, just so I could get by, because they thought I have the smarts. I know what I'm talking about. I just couldn't read and write it. So.
And is it something you can conquer or get over, or teach yourself tricks to overcome the dyslexia, or is it just something you're stuck with and you have to figure out other ways to?
Oh, I think I've found many ways to fake it and make it, kind of thing.
And what were they?
Oh, little tricks, like when at a restaurant, I could never read a menu. So I would listen and say, oh, what are you having, Sarah? Oh, what did you want to try? And you would usually,
So it says,
without
"I'm having
even
the cupcakes."
noticing, cupcakes. You'd go through it and tell me what's on the menu.
Very clever, I love it.
What I find really interesting as well is that, so you quit school at what age?
About 16.
16, you went, I'm done. How do you put together a cake without being able to read a recipe?
Oh, you find the wonderful world of YouTube.
Oh, wow.
Which will demonstrate it for you with no words required.
Wow.
And what made you choose cakes? Why was that? I mean, I love to eat cakes.
Yeah.
I'm not so good at making them, but why was that the business for you?
I was determined to pick something and grow with it, but the pleasure of playing with sugar. And I don't know if anyone's ever baked for someone, but I would bake for a family member or a neighbour, and suddenly I'd arrive with these cupcakes or cakes, and they'd be like, oh, I was having the worst day, my kids are running around, or, you know, I had a crappy day at work, and, oh, this just made my day. And I was like, oh,
So do you always have a great day at the office?
Do you know
because
what?
You're always
I'm on a
giving
sugar
pleasure.
high. Yeah, I'm on a
high.
sugar high every day. You do have hard days, but that's what good family, friends and support network is for, and they push me back on having a good day, so I can never last longer than 60 minutes without, you know, getting back out there.
No one's ever unhappy when they've got a cake.
No, that's right. Daniella, we have to go, but just very quickly, if there's a student out there, or maybe a parent, you know, of a child who's really struggling at school, a bit worried about their future, what would you say to them?
Absolutely. Do things like read. Read Richard Branson's book. Luke Mangan has a great book called Making of a Chef. Read what he went through. He was not great at school, and look at him now. Just get to know, get confident and see what's out there, because it's just your confidence. Everything else is fine.
All right, thank you very much. We're going to come back to you shortly. Now, earlier we were talking with Daniella Buttercreme, who was talking about her successful business, and it's all about cakes.
Yum.
Very gorgeous looking cakes, and you're going to talk us through decorating them, Daniella.
Absolutely.
Because you think it's easy. You're telling us it's easy.
It's easy. You just have to do it a few hours.
Oh.
John. I was concerned about
promise
leaving you with it.
That never normally happens.
So what do we squeeze? Do we squeeze it down
So,
and then?
Yeah, you want to start with a bud. Do you want me to show Joe? Maybe I should take
maybe
that
we
off
should just
you.
start.
So you want to start with a buttercream rose. You start right down in the middle there,
Yep.
and you want to just get a bud. And then
Why would you do that? Why would you do that?